Hello and welcome to Fashion by Faith. My name is Khalifa and here we are rooted in faith, draped in style. This is episode number 3 as we are diving into Ephesians 6:10 through 18, the armor of God. So we're building out our outfit still. We're now our third piece, and as you can clearly see, I love a good shoe, okay? We are going to be discussing today the shoes of the gospel of peace. And I know I want to walk fully in peace, knowing that my steps are ordered by God. What I would like for us to reflect on today as we are moving into discussing more about these elements of the armor of God is recognizing that with peace, it doesn't mean the absence of chaos. I know a lot of times we like to think, well, if I have peace, then that means that there must be no chaos around me. There must be no difficulty, no trouble, nothing, no hardships. In fact, it means quite the opposite. Having peace means that in the midst of all that is happening around you, you have solace in knowing who you serve and who is ordering where you're headed. This element in regards to the armor of God helps to fully root us in recognizing that, life is hard. And of course, living in the current state of America may be even harder. And if you're a Black woman, the hardest life. But no matter what is going on around us, we can truly have the peace that passes all understanding. Some people may be wondering even right now, how are you able to have any sense of peace when everything is turned upside down? And I will tell you this, it doesn't mean that I don't have moments where I too get caught up in the chaos. What I tend to remind myself about the most is recognizing that God is with me in the moment. Whether or not I can see him, whether or not I can feel his presence near me, he is with me fully in the moment that I am experiencing. And that is what it is like walking fully in the shoes of the gospel of peace. So let's get into these shoes and how we're going to continue to build out this outfit as we are both arming ourselves with the armor of God and dressing ourselves fully in style. So for starters, when we're thinking about any set of heels, people tend to tell me all the time, Khalifa, how are you walking in these heels? What is going on? I'm a kitten heel girly. I can't do the height. Everything is just uncomfortable. I recognize that heels are not for everyone, but for those of you that want to branch out in having heels, here are some tips for you that I would say that you can take alongside. For heels like these, I would like to go fully with trusted designers. Steve Madden may be a comfortable designer to some, may not be to others. For me, he is a level of comfort that I can handle. Sometimes it can be uncomfortable depending on the shoe, but for the most part, I look for shoes that don't have a fully thin, skinny strap at the front, so I know it's not gonna hurt the toe. And I look for some padding in the middle. Enough padding that I can know I can wear this maybe an hour or two or even longer. Heel height for me, my preferred heel height is about 4.5 inches is where I get to a good comfortable heel height. Once we're stepping into the 5 range, those are cute bedroom shoes, meaning that you walk from your car to the valet and you sit down, you walk in your bedroom and you sit down. I'm talking about fully on nice plush carpet. Can't walk on the pavement in those. Another aspect that I like to remember when I'm thinking about shoes and even thinking about peace is understanding about the ordering of steps. Every step that you take in a shoe, you need to walk confidently. When you aren't walking confidently in a heel, you're almost doomed to trip up. But when you understand when it comes to your faith walk that your steps are ordered, you're fully trusting the person who never trips. God never trips. There is no piece of where God fumbles or he has stumbled into something. We may have stumbled, we may have moments of tripping, but not God at all. And when you think about a heel, you want to think about the durability and the stability of the heel itself. You want to look for phenomenal structure and depending on your weight and size, what type of thickness of heel that you would need. It's okay to do a block heel. It's okay to do a kitten heel. It's okay to do something that's low to the ground. Whatever your preferred height is, you need to know for you what works. Another aspect of heels that I like to think about is the straps. You'll notice on the first one that I selected, it has a strap that kind of wraps around. This one has a double strap that wraps around both the ankle at the top of the ankle and at the base of the ankle. That's gonna provide additional durability and stability for me as I'm walking in these. And it actually makes this one of my most comfortable gold strappy heels to wear. And of course, from my favorite designer, Steve Madden. And he's always for the girls, as you well know. Another aspect of shoes that I absolutely love is the variety in knowing you can get open toe or closed toe. So as we're moving towards some of the colder months, I know that it's colder here where I live, that we can go ahead and go for something a little more wrapped and classic. This is a lower heel. We're going at about 3.75 on this particular heel, and it's by one of my other favorite designers, Sam Edelman. Now, ladies, if you're looking for a really comfortable shoe with great padding, Sam Edelman is your guy. The padding on this shoe is so good, lovely arch support. And what I will say about this particular mule is that it has enough space in the toe box area. One thing about closed toe shoes that can end up making them uncomfortable is when you have a narrow toe box as you're going for the pointed toe. You want something that's wide enough that your toes have room to spread and breathe as you're walking. That is also what peace gives you during your faith journey. It gives you the comfortability of knowing, hey, I may not know where I'm going, I may not know how I'm getting there, but I have peace in the Creator who has given me the ability to fully walk out this journey with Him. Another aspect that I absolutely love about mules is that they're easy to put on and take off. You don't gotta worry about a strap. And the thing about this particular mule is that it also has a strap going across the front of your foot. A lovely detail here, which you guys will be able to get some detailed shots soon, is being able to see that this has an elastic. So this is gonna move with you. This portion here is not going to be so rigid that you can't actually move in the shoe, and it's not gonna snap or break. It has great durability. I also love the color, and this is one that I wear throughout the fall and the winter seasons. I would definitely sport this shoe during holiday parties if you have them, or even like, a wedding. This is a perfect shoe for that. You can dance in these, honestly, all night long. The next shoe that I want to show you all is one by a Black designer, and this is Miss XLA. And this particular mule, as you can see, higher heel height. We're close to the 5-inch mark, but we're not exactly at 5 inches. But what I love that she's done is she has a wide toe box area. Here, like I mentioned before, which is what I love about Sam Edelman and what I love about her shoe, is that it has a very wide toe box. This square front allows for your feet to be fully comfortable, for your toes to have room to spread and breathe within a shoe. Now, the design may not be for everyone, and that's okay. You all know I like to have some things that have some extra glitz and glam. But another aspect of this shoe that I love is also the fact that it comes with some straps where you can make it a strappy heel. I'm gonna get the strap here. So with the removable strap, you can make this a fully strappy heel, or you can wear it in the mule design. The aspect of this mule having these spikes at the front and this set of detailing, along with the lovely crushed velvet detailing that it has, and the black is just absolutely a classic design for me in my closet. What I also love about this particular heel is that it is comfortable for me in particular at this heel height. And this particular shoe designer is Black, and I love supporting Black-owned designers fully. The aspect that I think about a lot when it comes to this shoe is also the element of it almost being like a line of defense. As I'm walking, it can, dare I say, be used as a weapon if you'd like. Your piece doesn't just have to be something that you tuck away as like this little humble detail. Your piece can be used as your weapon of warfare in the midst of some of your trials, in the midst of some tough seasons. You can use peace as your defense against the attacks of the enemy. When I tell you, one of my favorite gospel songs that I love is by Marvin Sapp, and he talks about praise will confuse the enemy. Peace will confuse him too. He's gonna be confused at the fact that all the tactics that he's throwing at you is not knocking you off of your game. It's not knocking you out of you following the will of God. Hold on to that peace as your first line of defense as you are walking into various seasons, as you're walking out your Christian daily walk in this life. It can be hard. I'm not gonna hold you. It is very hard currently living in this state, currently living in the America that we currently have right now, and all of these various aspects play into what we're doing and what we're walking out with our faith journey. But I want you to understand and reflect on these last few things as you go throughout your week and you go throughout this day. Think about how much peace are you using on a daily basis? Are you only using peace when it is convenient to you? Is it your first line of defense? Or do you struggle to grasp the peace that God says is readily available and affordable to us, that we always have? Another set of questions that I want you to think about is, what could you do with more peace in your life right now? What are you equating to your stability in having peace? Do you equate having financial stability as peace? Or are you resting in who God is and the truth of what His word is for you as peace? Are you using things such as material things, maybe shoes or bags or clothing, or your status in your social circles, or your element of where you are in your career, how much you're advancing or maybe not advancing, as a gauge for how much peace you have in your life? When God is talking about you being clothed with those shoes of the gospel of peace, He's talking about having it regardless of where you're at or who you are. And that you need to be rooted in knowing that peace is afforded to you throughout your life. So I thank you all for joining me for another episode and for continuing to subscribe and like and share these videos. Place in the comment below what you would like to see more of, if you'd like to see the rest of my shoe collection, because I do have many. And what are you thinking of in regards to your peace? How do you find peace and solace in this crazy world that we're currently living in? As always, with God as our designer, the fit will always be flawless. And I'll see you in the next video.